Thank you for tuning in to Andronetalks Radio, gathering as one in our sovereign truth from a galactic perspective, exploring our world with new ideas, knowledge, and a promise of a better future. Galactic discussions for galactic-minded people. Andronetalks.
Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today on Andronetalks Radio. I have here with me Karen Lucyk MacDonald, who is has always been a great source of information. We've known each other for quite a long time, quite a few years, and sharing ideas and thoughts and information every now and then. And it just so happened that this fire occurring up in Jasper, Canada, or Vancouver area, and I know that you are very aware of what's going on in your space, and so I figured you had the inside information, and I want you to be able to share that with us. If you want to do a quick intro of some of the work that you do, and then we can get right into some of the intel that you have for us today.
Great. Thank you very much, Jessica. It's always a pleasure to hang out with you, whether on or off camera. So I'm Karen Lucyk MacDonald. I'm the 13th clan mother, White Bear clan, actually on here. So we're kind of like the Russian bear. I'm also a quantum integrative medical therapist, instructor, educator. I've also got a nursing background, and we do primarily a lot with Insight Health apps. So I'm really into the scalar, quantum, Tesla kind of stuff now. All the bioacoustics from tuning forks, sound, light, energy. And I'm very excited to do that. So I'm also herbology, colon hydrotherapy. Today I've actually been, I decided to go camping. I don't use the word evacuation because there's legal determinations to that. So yeah, I cover everything basically, from, if I went to say I'm in the Sinaiac territory, people would think it's in the West Kootenays or Slocan Valley of British Columbia. So we're really about probably 4 or 5 hours just north of, as you know, Spokane, Washington. So I've covered everything from basically Saskatoon, from the bald prairies right down to the coast. But this is my snuggle-in area right now. So I'm kind of like frontline nursing. And I'm also known for a lot of my inside intel. I've done it, News Inside Out, Project Ascension, and you can just rumble or Google me or something on YouTube. You'll see a lot with my own channel as well, because part of what's going on is getting the natural law back. And this natural law, what we're seeing is a violation, obviously, of original peace agreements and treaties with all the different star nations, including ours. So what's happening in this area, I've been also a whistleblower at News Inside Out. So I've done a lot of stuff to do with injections, I'll just say, as we've gone through the last 4 years, what's in it, what's not, looking at what it's doing. I'm also Dr. Robert Young's, basically like for alkalinity, raw food, that kind of thing, and getting some basics to people, because there's a lot of stuff we can do and there's a lot we can't. Now, in this area, I'm not a stranger to what's been going on to these, again, they're not fires. They're definitely not fires. And I did a whole portfolio, and because of the evidence that I gathered throughout the years, and especially with the one a couple of years ago, we started in 2016. Actually, I don't know if you've heard of Fort McMurray, but it's in Alberta. And that was a huge, huge town that close to 80,000 people were evacuated out of that. And we knew that there were bases there. And I was actually up at some of the First Nations at a reserve called a Takakoop, which people know in the Heel-Walker, the Cree reserves. And we saw the residual chemicals stain on the ground and in the water for months. And it basically destroyed a lot of the salt waters and stuff up there. And so I was asked to come up by some of the elders and the Starseeds nations up there. And so I worked with a lot of them throughout the summer and, subsequently throughout the years going on and off the reserves, just to see what's going on there, because those are also target areas for the very few hereditaries left.